The mission of ALPs is to challenge people through adventure-based activities, so that's team building and high and low ropes course activities, to learn more about themselves and one another.
We get other groups together and we help them grow as groups. So it's really about that growth factor of learning who each other are, so kind of getting to know each other but on a more personal and deeper level, as well as learning how to work together.
I think what ALPS does is super unique, especially because we work with so many different groups and we have so many different options as to what we can do for programming.
ALPS offers 4 different types of workshops. We offer ground workshops, team building workshops. They're basically activities that happen on the ground, and those activities can help with community building, team building, getting to know one another, leadership, trust, kind of across the board. They're also easy to do anywhere. We can do them inside, outside, anywhere on campus, off campus.
It's super fun. You get to be yourself, you get to challenge yourself, you get to do team projects that you couldn't possibly do on your own.
Then the low ropes course are elements constructed of cables and platforms, wood, rope that are about knee high to 12 feet high. And these are really awesome because it just ups the challenge a little bit more. You're up off the ground, you have to trust one another. And these are really great for building community and trust and leadership. But I think they bond the group in a different way because you're off the ground and you're just challenged in a different way. And it really requires the group to work together, so there's a lot of good bonding.
The low ropes workshop is personally my favorite. That elevated sense of risk takes people a little bit more out of their comfort zone, and that's kind of what we're trying to do in all of our workshops is once you take somebody out of their comfort zone, it allows for a little bit more growth.
The high ropes course is elements that are constructed or obstacles that are 30 to 40 feet up in the air and constructed of cable, ropes, wood. Climbers are connected to a safety rope, which are connected to a facilitator, and they're belaying them. So they're keeping them safe so that they can climb up that 30 to 40 feet. It's an awesome opportunity for participants to challenge themselves and have to figure out, how do I move through that challenge? How do I rely on whoever is belaying me? How do I rely on my group that's supporting me? There are also a number of elements that are partner elements. You have to work with your team or another person. And so that gets into that team building, trust, relationship as well. And then our 4th one is something called Bucky's Campus Adventure. This workshop is a way to explore campus in a small group. And the way that we do that is we send out clues electronically to people's phones. They have to figure them out, go to another place, take a picture of that place. They're gathering information that they're going to use to open a treasure chest when they return. So it's a great opportunity for people to just get to know one another, get to know campus, have this adventure, and have some fun.
We work with groups between sizes of 5 to 10 participants at the smallest to groups of 250 at the largest.
We get to work with the greater Madison community as well as students. So it's not that we're just on campus or just off of campus.
So the groups are going to be completely variant in size, and they're going to be completely variant in age and experience.
There's many times when we go through experiences in life and we just go through them, but we don't think about them, reflect on them. What does it mean? That kind of piece. That's the key to experiential education, is that reflection piece. Having an intentional experience and then reflecting upon it, and that's where I learn. And the cool thing is, it's in the context of, like, we're kind of playing a game, right? Like putting together a puzzle, or, you know, trying to keep a balloon up off the ground for as long as possible. The consequences for failing at this, if you will, aren't that severe. But the transfer of what happens in that activity or in that situation totally can transfer to the rest of your life.
You're having fun with people like you care about, and you're getting really productive things done. But you're laughing at the same time, which is rare. You know, I think people like to separate those two things. ALPS is one of those special places where you get both at the same time.
Self-awareness and fostering bridge building communication and honoring context and culture, collaboration, and moving ideas into action, that all comes through ALPS, and ALPS is very cohesive in that sense.
So that's what people can get out of our activities, is just learning skills of how to deal with one another or work with one another and how to transfer that. A litmus test on how your group works together. It can be really powerful.